we're talking NT loop total body workout. 3 exercises we're gonna do here. I'm gonna show you each of the 3 exercises first, then I'll backtrack and we'll go over some of the details of each. The first in this tricep for total body is a split squat and row. Notice that I'm working on my left leg, rowing with my right arm. Of course, you would do both sides. Again, I'll go into some of the form details in a little bit. Then the next exercise is a single arm press. Notice the heel is up in the back. We do both sides. And the third exercise is a single leg hamstring curl. It's like a seated hamstring curl machine, no machine required. Watch how I do this. Have a seat. Put your leg inside the NT loop, put an X in it, put your leg inside that gap, creates a cuff, walk back. The further you go back, the more tension that you get, and then there's my seated single leg curl. Pretty dang cool. Now, let's backtrack and start to talk about some form details and how to do this tricep. All these exercises are great standalone exercises anyway. First off, look at the height. When I'm standing, that's about my belly button height. So if you're at home and you're using the door anchor, you want to anchor, first off, hinge side of the door, always pull the door closed. How high? Put it right above the middle hinge or slightly above the middle hinge for this tricep. Now, let's talk about the details of this exercise. First off, when I'm doing the leg curl itself, if I'm using my right leg, I want the origin of the cable and the line of the NT loop directly in line with my leg. So one straight line. I do not want it like this, where my leg is straight there, but the NT loop is pulling that way or that way. If I want to have more tension, I go out a little further. Now you need the band to be higher here so you get tension immediately. And you get tension here. If the band was low, the tension really wouldn't hit you until you get just at the end there. So you're not going to get as much productive range of motion. Now you may be confused with the setup of this. No problem. Let's go over it again. I'll show you on the other leg. So all I'm doing is I just put my heel, look, whoop, through it that way. Now, I'm just going to try to turn my angle to you so you can see what I'm doing. All I'm going to do here now is I'm going to grab and put an X like that. Now my foot is going to come through this gap right here. That goes under my heel. I made it a little awkward there because I was turned to you. And that makes the cuff. Now you back up. This leg can be bent or straight. It's up to you. And then there is my single leg curl. You don't have to lift your leg high. You want to keep it there. And all you do is basically hover or drag that heel on the ground. If your heel doesn't slide that much, just kind of hover it. Pull it as far to your butt as you can, and then straight. When you're done, walk in so there's no tension. And then all you do, look, my foot just goes through. I don't even need any hands. Comes right out. When you do the single arm press, you just grab in between the band. Red NT loop is lighter than the blue NT loop, so if I want more tension, I can go blue NT loop. If blue NT loop is not enough by itself for either of these exercises, look, I do them both together. Ooh, that'll work, make you work. All right, so what I'm doing there, look, heel up in the back. I want the origin of the NT loops, the anchor point, directly behind my elbow. What my arm looks like is here. So I look like this position here, and I'm just going to press. I want my wrist to go in front of my shoulder, not across my body. Just like that. I don't want my elbow down there. I don't want my wrist like that. Keep this solid and strong, and press. All right? Now, when we do the single arm row, again, I can go just work against the red band, just work against the blue band, or I can double them up. If I'm a little stronger, split my stance, heel up in the back. I drop straight down, keep that foot flat. As I come up, keep that knee slightly bent. As I row, and I'm going to do them in rhythm. So as I drop down, my arm goes out. As I stand up, I hit that row. Here's what it looks like from the other side. If I just want to do blue, no problem, go here. Boom. Boom. When I do the row, look, fairly 90-degree angle here. Don't let that shoulder go forward. Keep your chest up, have some pride. Don't do this. Get that shoulder blade back at the end of each row.